Welcome everyone, Mrs. Turubini here, and today's lesson is on adding and subtracting fractions. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to add and subtract fractions with like and unlike denominators. You'll be able to add and subtract mixed numbers with like and unlike denominators. In part 2 of this lesson, you'll be able to add and subtract fractions from whole numbers. Let's begin. We're going to add and subtract fractions with like denominators. We're going to add and subtract fractions with common denominators. Now, the rule of thumb is when we are adding or subtracting fractions, we must ensure that we have common denominators. And if we don't have common denominators, then we need to find the LCM, the lowest common multiple. And if you have not looked at our tutorial on LCM as yet, then you need to do that before looking at this lesson. Now, as we can see here, we have common denominators, we have like denominators. So there is no need to find the LCM. So all we need to do is add our numerators. 13 plus 11 is 24. So our answer is 24 over our denominator of 30. Let's look at the next example. We have 23 over 100 plus 54 over 100. Again, we must look to see if we have common denominators. And if we don't have common denominators, then we need to find the LCM. But as we can see here, we have common denominators. So all we need to do is add our numerators. 23, and no guessing. Go to your working column, write your numbers down, and get your answer. Okay, 3 plus 4 is 7. And 2 plus 5 is 7. So we are getting 77 over our denominator of 100. Our third example, we are subtracting and we have common denominators. So all we need to do is subtract our numerators. 19 take away 11 is 8 over our denominator, which is 25. Our fourth example, again we have like denominators or common denominators. So all we need to do is, what's the operation sign? Add 14 plus 9, and we are going to get 23 over 100. Sorry, 23 over 15. 15 is our denominator here. Now we're going to look at some examples with unlike denominators. Okay, uncommon denominators. Our first example is 8 over 12 plus 8 over 11. Now we don't have common denominators, so we need to find the LCM. And again, I suggest you not just look at this tutorial, you get your pen, you get your paper, you get your book, and you work this out with me. Okay, in our working column, we are going to work out the LCM of 12 and 11. Alright, you have the option of listing your multiples, and then the second option of coming and working it like this. One number can go into 12 without a remainder. 12 into 12, 1. 12 cannot go into 11 without a remainder. So I'm bringing down 11 here. The next number I'm going to use is 11. Bring down this 1. 11 into 11 is 1. To get the LCM, I multiply the numbers I got on the outside. 12 times 11 is giving me 132. So 132 is my LCM. If you don't know how much 12 11 is, you can come to the working column and multiply 12 by 11. Okay? Now, the next step is to divide and then multiply. We are going to divide. So I am going to say 12 into, I'm writing everything. I'm going to say 12 into 132 is 11. The answer I get, I'm going to multiply to my numerator. 11 times 8 is 88 plus I'm going to do the same thing with the second fraction. I'm going to divide the denominator. The answer I get, I'm going to multiply that answer to my numerator. 11 into 132 is 12. I'm going to multiply that answer to my numerator. 8 times 12 is going to give us 96. So now that we have finished doing this, I'm simply going to add my numerators, which is 88 plus 96, and I'm going to get 184 over 132. Now I know these may be some big numbers for you, but once you understand it, it doesn't matter how big the number is, you will be able to figure it out. Let's move on to our next example. 6 over 9 plus 1 over 2. As we can see here, we are adding this fraction and we don't have common denominators. So we need to find the LCM. What is the LCM of 2 and 9? Again, you have two options. Option 1 is to list the multiples of 2, list the multiples of 9, and see what multiple they have in common, or you can use this method. 2 into 2, 1. Could 2 go into 9 without a remainder? No. So I bring down the 9. I'm going to use 3, bring down 1 here. 3 can go into 9 3 times. I'm going to use 3 again. 3 into 3 is 1. To get the LCM, I multiply the numbers on the outside. 2 3s are 6, and 6 3s are 18. So 18 is my LCM. The next step is to divide my denominator and then multiply my answer by my numerator. So I'm going to say 9 into 18. I'm writing the word so that you know exactly what you have to say. How many times could 9 go into 18? 9 can go into 18. Let's count in 9s until we get to 18 using our fingers. 9, 18. 2 times. 9 can go into 18 2 times. I'm going to multiply that answer by my numerator. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Divide my denominator. The answer I get, I'm going to multiply to my numerator. 2 into 18 is, count in 2s until you get to 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. The answer is 9. I'm going to multiply that answer by my numerator. 1 by 9 is 9. My last step is to add my numerators. 12 plus 9 is 21. So my answer is 21 over 18. That's my answer. We're going to look at another example. We have 6 over 10 subtract 4 over 8. We don't have common denominators, so we need to find the LCM. What is the LCM of 8 and 10, or 10 and 8? Let's begin. I'm going to use 2. 2 can go into 8 4 times. 2 can go into 10 5 times. I'm going to use 4. 4 can go into 4 1. 4 can't go into 5 without a remainder, so I'm going to bring down the 5. I'm going to divide by 5 now. 5 into 5 is 1. So here I have it. 2 4s are 8. And 8 times 5 is going to give us 40. So the lowest common multiple of 10 and 8 is 40. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to divide and then multiply. 10 can go into 40 how many times? 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 times. I'm going to multiply that answer by my numerator. 4 by 6 is 24. 24 comes here. Then I'm going to subtract 8 into 40. 8 can go into 40 how many times? We can count in 8s until we get to 40. Yes? We're going to get 5. 5 multiplied by 4 is how much? We're going to get 20. Now we're going to subtract 24, take away 20 is going to give us 4 over 40. And this is our answer. In this tutorial, we're not going to focus on reducing fractions. I'm just going to show you how to add and how to subtract them. Let's do yet another example. We have 6 over 9 plus 2 over 5. We don't have common denominators, so we need to find the LCM. What is the LCM of 9 and 5? You can list the multiples, or you can work it like this. 5 over 9, not 5 over 9, but 5 and 9. 5 can go into 5 one times. 5 can't go into 9 without a remainder. So I'm going to bring down my 9. 9 into 9 is 1. To get my answer, I multiply the numbers I have on the outside. 5 by 9 is 45. Same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to divide and then multiply. 9 can go into 45 5 times. And multiply my answer to my numerator. 5 times 6 is 30 plus, same thing on the other side, 5 into 45 is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18. So now I have to add 30 plus 18 is going to give me 48 over 45, and this is my answer for this question. Now what we're going to be looking at is adding and subtracting mixed numbers with like denominators. Now there are two options. We can choose to work out our mixed numbers or whole numbers first and then work out our fractions, or we can convert these mixed numbers to improper fractions. To convert a mixed number to an improper fraction, we must multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. So for example, 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1 is 28 over 3. Minus, I'm multiplying my whole number by my denominator and then I'm going to add my numerator. 2 3s are 6 and 6 plus 3 is 9. As we can see here, I'm subtracting fractions and I must ensure that I have common denominators. I have common denominators, so all I need to do is subtract my numerators. 28 subtract 9 is going to give me 19 over 3. And this is my answer. As I said, I'm not going to show you how to reduce fractions to its lowest form until we get to the other tutorials. Let's look at another example. Again, I'm going to convert my mixed numbers to improper fractions. So I have 5 2s are 10 and plus 1 is 11 over 2. Minus 1 by 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2. Before I subtract, I must ensure that I have common denominators. I have common denominators, so all I need to do is subtract my numerators. 11 take away 3 is going to give me 8 over 2. Let's look at yet another example. As I can see here, 5 times 7 is going to give me 35. 35 plus 3 is going to give me 38 over 7. Plus 5 by 7 is going to give me 35. And 35 plus 6 is going to give me 41 over 7. I have common denominators, so all I need to do is add my numerator, which is 38 plus 41, and I'm going to get 79 over 7. Our next example, 9 by 50 plus 11, and we have 9 and 11 over 50, sorry, plus 3 and 7 over 50. Now yes, it's a very big number. So I'm going to use the other option where I'm not going to convert this to an improper fraction by multiplying and adding. I'm going to work out my whole numbers first and then my fractions. Alright, so my whole numbers, I have 9 and I have 3. So I'm going to add that first. 9 plus 3 is going to give me 12. Then I'm going to work out my fractions. As I can see here, I have common denominators. So all I need to do is add my numerators, which is 11 plus 7. I'm going to get 18 over 50. And this is my answer. 12 and 18 over 50. We're going to continue with adding and subtracting mixed numbers with unlike denominators. And of course, when we don't have common denominators, we'll need to find the LCM. I have a mixed number, so I can choose to convert it to an improper fraction before going forward. 19 by 12. Please go to your working column, write 19 by 12 and work out your answer. Okay, 19 by 12 is going to give us 228. After getting 228, we need to do what next? Add 7 to that. 228 plus 7 is going to give us 235 over our denominator, which is 12. Subtract. Here we have 19 by 5. Again, you may not know what 19 by 5 is, so go to your working column and work out 19 by 5 to get your answer. 19 by 5 is 95. 95 plus 1 is going to give us 96 over 5. The next step is to find common denominators. What is the LCM of 12 and 5? We need to go to our working column, 12 and 5, and find the LCM of 12 and 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 5 cannot go into 12 without a remainder, so I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to use 6. 6 can go into 12 2 times, and now I'm going to use 2. 2 can go into 2 1. To get the LCM, we need to multiply the numbers we have on the outside. 5 by 6 is going to give us 30, and 30 by 2 is going to give us 60. So the LCM is 60. We're going to divide and then multiply. Now I deliberately put a lot of big numbers here so that your working is going to be long. But that's quite okay, okay? I know that you love a challenge. How much times could 12 go into 60? 5 times. I have to divide and then multiply. So 5 is going to multiply to our numerator. Again, you don't know what that is, so you go to your working column, write 235 multiply by 5 to get your answer. 235 multiplied by 5 is going to give us 1,175 minus, we're going to do the same thing on this side. We are going to divide and then multiply. 5 can go into 60 12 times. I'm going to multiply 96 by 12. Again, go to your working column. You learned to multiply before, so multiplying all this will not be a problem for you. 96 multiplied by 12 is going to give us 1,152. The last step is to subtract our numerators, and our numerators are 1,175 subtract 1,152, and we are going to get 23. Numerator is going to be 23 over 60. That is our answer. Now I know that a lot of working will have gone on here, but please don't be intimidated by this. Go through all the steps. So it doesn't matter how big the number gets, you will be able to get your answer. Let's do another example. We have a 17 and 5 over 6, subtract 1 and 3 over 5. Now, as I said again, I can choose to do two things. Convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. I don't have common denominators, and then find the LCM, or work out my whole numbers first. So in this example, I converted to improper fractions, right? In example number 1. In example number 2, I'm going to work out my whole numbers first. All right? 17 subtract 1 is going to give me 16. Now, what I'm going to do is pay attention to my fractions. I have 5 over 6 and 3 over 5. I don't have common denominators, so I just need to find the LCM of 6 and 5. So let's work that out. What's the LCM of 6 and 5? 5 into 5 is 1. 5 cannot go into 6 without a remainder. So I'm going to bring down the 6. I'm going to use 3. You might have chosen to use 1. Not 1. You might have chosen to use 2 or 6. Alright. 3 can go into 6 2 times. Now I'm going to use 2. Bring down this 1. 2 can go into 2 1 time. To get my LCM, I need to multiply the numbers I have on the outside. 5 3s are 15, and 15 by 2 is 30. So the LCM is 30. What I'm going to do, divide, and then the answer I get, I'm going to multiply to my numerator. 6 can go into 35 times, and 5 5s are 25. I know, much easier numbers, right? 5 can go into 36 times. I'm going to multiply 6 by my numerator. 6 3s are 18. So what am I getting here? 25 subtract 18 is going to give me 7 over 30, which is my denominator. So let's not forget our whole number, which is 16. 16 will come in front here. So our answer is 16 and 7 over 30. Let's do another example. We have 3 1/4 plus 3 5/8. Again, we can choose to work out our whole numbers first, but in this example, I'm going to convert. Alright? Convert an improper fraction. 3 4s are 12 and 1 is 13 over 4 plus 3 by 8 is 24, and 24 plus 5 is going to give us 29. 29 over 8. And as we can see here, we don't have common denominators, so we need to go to the working column and find the LCM. I'm going to use 4. 4 can go into 4 1. 4 can go into 8 2 times. Now I'm going to use 2. Bring down this 1. 2 into 2 1. To get the LCM, I multiply the numbers I used on the outside. 4 2s are 8. So the LCM is 8. Same rule applies. I'm going to divide, and the answer I get, I'm going to multiply to my numerator. 4 can go into 8 2 times. So I'm going to multiply 2 by 13. If you don't know 2 by 13, go to your working column. 2 by 13 is 26 plus 8 into 8 is 1. I'm dividing. I'm saying into. 8 into 8 is 1. And 1 multiplied by 29 is 29. All left for me to do is to add 26 and 29 to get my answer. And I am going to get 55 over 8. That's my answer. Again, I am not going to show you how to reduce this fraction in its lowest form. We'll be doing that in another tutorial. Yet another example. We have 3 and 3 over 9 plus 7 and 6 over 11. So again, I can choose to work out my whole numbers first and then work out my fractions. In this example, I'm not going to convert. I'm going to work out my whole numbers. Any option will work. 3 plus 7 is 10. Alright? So I'm working out my whole number, and now I'm going to work out my fraction. What we need to find the LCM of 9 and 11. The LCM of 9 and 11. I'm going to write 9 and 11. I'm going to use 9. I could have used 3, but I'm using 9. 9 into 9 is 1. 9 can't go into 11 without a remainder, so I'm bringing down the 11. Bringing down this 1. 11 into 11 is 1. Multiply the numbers on the outside. I'm going to get 99. Remember, my whole numbers are 10s. 3 plus 7 is 10. I'm writing it here for lack of space. Now I'm going to divide and then multiply. 9 can go into 99 11 times. 11 by 3 is 33 plus 11 can go into 9 9 times, and 9 by 6 is 54. So all that is left for me to do is to add my numerators. Okay, so I have 33 plus 54, and that's going to give me 87 over 99. Don't forget our whole numbers. 3 plus 7 is 10. So this is my answer. Thanks for watching, and be sure to look out for lesson 2 on fractions.